That clip of Hector's talking to Dashy and said, "Hey, right now you are the worst OpTic team of all time.
Yeah.
But you have the ability to be the best OpTic team."
I forgot about that.
That's a clip?
That's actually
that's
great clip.
That is an insane
He
clip.
said that to Bruce, and Bruce is just sitting there like, grab him.
Before we talk about this offseason and what could transpire between other teams, last year, and we might have to cut this because I don't know if it's public. Last year, after we won Worlds, is it true, and I don't know if it's been talked about publicly or if we're allowed to talk about it, we can cut it if not, is it true that some really fucking good players were trying to get on OpTic?
That's what I've heard.
And could we say names? Maybe not say names?
The team, the possibility of a team, again, Matt. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the team was going to be Hydra, Scrap.
What up, Pepper? How are you, bro?
Shotzi, Dashy.
I mean, that's just...
That was going to be the team.
Like, that would have been the team, but it's like you can't make it. You can't make a change because you just won fucking
won Worlds. Yeah. But now we're in the same spot, but, like, you can't change this team either.
But
you can't, bro. You can't. You've got multiple tournament.
Just look at Legend.
He
left. They won 4 events and Worlds, and he left this team.
Yeah,
and now
but
he's on the now he's on the best fucking team, guaranteed.
Yeah, but Legend and Bound together.
SSG probably would have fell behind this year. Like, it was a good decision.
But we don't have a. I don't want to call out any names, but we don't have a player on this team that is like the IGL. That is like you can replace. Shout out my man FNS, but like, there's not like an FNS on this team. Where do you know who FNS is? Okay. Yeah. He's like somebody who's like shot calling, but like maybe not slaying out as much. Like, it seems like everybody on this team is like a 2.0 KD.
Just 3-0ing everyone to grand finals, right? And everyone just.
I mean, I felt like we felt it. I felt like we felt
no, the
like
nuclear account instantly.
Worlds. I mean, Pred was a god.
I mean, I don't know, but
was a god. Dashy was a god. Kenny's like that IGL. Like,
yeah, but there was kind of
that.
Like, you kind of felt that way with Kenny, but Kenny's just so fucking smart.
So it's just like, I don't.
Are they super strict? I'm sure Riot is super strict.
And then you even with season starts with the #1 seed, so it was like, yeah, see, this was the right decision.
I forgot that even happened.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
But like, I mean,
you've had a roller coaster,
even before that, bro. It's like,
hold on, let me see.
I mean,
insane year mentally.
Scrap, Hydra, Shotzi, Dashy. God damn, I would have loved to see them.
But I remember, and let me know, Matt. But that was Hex's call. Is he was like, yo, this is going to be the team. And then I won't say who, but someone convinced Hex, like, no, we can't make a team.
I think I know who, but I'm not going to say it.
We can't make a change. We just won. Yeah. And so Hex was like, all right. And then after Hex, after the 0-18 part, Hex was like, bro, I had the fucking team. I had the team. I had it. And I said we needed to do it. And so then Merc comes along, and Hex is like, I'm not making the same mistake twice. Like, we're not going to ride it out.
Right. I mean, that kind of, you never know about the decisions you make. You never know if it's going to be the right or the wrong one. Like, what if we
This is so federal. Listen, this is kind of federal, and I wasn't sure if this stuff were to ever be talked about. But, like, I also love the fact that we're doing it because, like, I don't know. The way I see it is, like, this is just like a different level of transparency. I don't know. I see both sides. Like, I completely understand if this wasn't talked about. I understand if it's talked about, it gets the community talking. It gets us talking. Like, I just don't think you get information like this every day. So as a content creator, I love it. I don't know how Hector feels about it, but the fact that this wasn't cut tells me that it's fair game. Which also tells me that I'm allowed to tell you that my vote was for Scrap and Hydra.
Come out, win the first event,
Mitch with a tier 1 for 17.
Third,
welcome back.
Get finals in the next, then get like top 6 at Worlds or something. Like, you just never
drip. DM the Better Days Ahead Twitter, bro.
It really just fucking all worked out some way, somehow. Going from
literally the laughing stock of the CDO.
Well, especially
and people
literally,
people were fucking eating it up. People were getting off to it.
I mean,
I can't wait to see him lose again. I think literally couldn't fucking wait.
Oh man!
And now I hope they're sitting there just.
But they're not.
They're not. They're just like, no. What can I hate on?
What up, Silent? How are you, bro?
They moved on to.
But I will say, in hindsight, because we got a lot more people in here now, I think watching this iteration of the team win champs is a lot more satisfying than watching a hypothetical team of Scrap, Hydra, Dashy, and Shotzi win it. I think that this was like a true underdog story with a rookie. I think the storyline around Kyler being thrown around, coming back, I think this champs win with this roster feels better than that. And maybe I'm wrong, bro. To be honest, I mean, let's be fucking real. Any champs win would have had us all finger blasting ourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, even just sitting here while they were going through like the 0-18 stuff, I was on the watch party for some of it, and it was just like, God. And then I would come in on like a content day, and I see them sitting here doing like a game chat, and I'm just like, man, what? I don't think I've ever watched the game chat, but I'd like to go back
and watch it.
And like watch it through some of the when they're just 0-15 or something, and like what's the comment section look like?
And you have to do it. You have to do it. It's like contractually
do it for a
obligated.
DST video.
What?
Reacting to the comments
to the 0-18
of 0-15,
breaking it down fully.
Reacting to the comments of 0-18. Just oh man, what kind of. Wait, when did you guys do the Around the Bar? Was that after all that?
Right after we picked up Skies.
Yeah, basically.
So that was like right after all the 0-18 shit?
Yeah, we had just beaten, or we were right before we beat Surge, I think. So it was like,
and we thought we were back.
Yeah, we thought we were back. Yeah.
I was going to ask, I was just going to ask about the whole 0-18 situation. Was it? It was all around on the Around the Bar. Was it what was it? Because we started off first seed. Actually, can we talk about this first?
Yeah.
What? And we don't got to say what happened, but we obviously win last Worlds, stick it out with the same team, and then what? Before even the first online thing, we dropped Pred.
First land.
Before the first land, we dropped Pred. Right.
Mm.
Why?
Why? Without getting into details, was it more of did it seem like the team wasn't performing well? He was out in fucking Bali.
No, it was
was there personal argument? Was there arguments? Was there? We don't got to get into the details, but I guess just give me
we don't got to get into the details, but I'm asking for all the details. We don't have to get into it, but I want to know everything on the public level.
It's like the focus wasn't there.
And once the focus wasn't there, maybe Shotzi's getting a little pissed about it.
Yeah,
there's some animosity. Why are you, now he's showing up late? Is he hungover?
Yeah, Shotzi hungover.
Was it just not Shotzi hungover, but Fred's hungover or something, and then Kenny's getting into arguments. Y'all start losing scrims. Is that kind of the gist of how
he's one of us?
A little bit, basically.
And I'm actually surprised that nothing. I don't know the details, but if this had happened 8 years ago with a team, we would know every argument.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, see what Hitch is saying right now is why I like that they're talking about certain things on this podcast, because I just feel like the level of transparency is so refreshing. I get to cut they talk about this, then I get to come on here and then I get to fucking speak I don't know.
Everything, who fucked up, who said this, who was doing that, because that's just how the COD community was.
Well, we got Pred on the Flycast, and before we talked,
but he ain't give us nothing.
Well, before
he was a stone wall, bro.
First off, I was happy to have him back.
I was too.
So I was like, listen, we got some questions. And we said before him,
he was a PR. It was beautiful to watch.
I was like,
what happened with the team? And he would hit us with it's just the. It's just sometimes.
No, I get it, bro. But sometimes it's just. And he wasn't giving us nothing. And
he gave us nothing.
Honestly, very smart move by him.
Yeah.
Because if he would have just said, I don't know, some stupid shit that might make people lose respect for him in some kind of way.
WWE CDL greater than suit CDL. I could not agree more, bro. I truly couldn't agree more.
You know, it's just smart move by him, not mentioning anything. We just never really got to know. Of course, we hear stuff, and it's nothing like insane or on some like go to jail type of shit. Yeah, it's just like
Mac Jones, what's up, bro? Yo, chat, give me a W spam.
I don't know. Maybe I should change the subject.
It's also no one's business.
Yeah,
that was one thing. That was one thing about that time is like because OpTic has always been
What's
so
your
like.
opinion on the Ravens not making EWC? But I said this before. I don't like the Carolina Royal Ravens not going. Like I understand what the EWC is trying to do. Okay, first and foremost, like I understand the ruling, but I disagree with the ruling. In my opinion, it'd be way more fun to watch if teams were allowed to make major changes because logically speaking, all of these shit teams don't want to stay together and they're kind of forced to stay together, at least a majority of them, because EWC has that rule. Like if EWC didn't have that rule, I'm convinced we'd see basically brand new rosters for Gentlemates, Rocker, Carolina, etc. Instead, it forces these shit teams to play together, make a one-person change that may or may not move the needle. Who knows? I guess we'll find out. But I think the teams would have preferred to make more changes. We would have preferred to watch different teams. But per the Carolina take, I don't like how Carolina is being held accountable for 2 free agents walking. I think, in my opinion, Carolina should be allowed their one-team change, which would be dropping Dylan Rex if they want to. That is an organizational change. And I think they should be allowed to replace free agents that walk. So technically speaking, I think Carolina should be allowed to go to the event with 3 new players and Slasher, in my opinion. Yo, Gopher, welcome back for 42 months. Thank you, bro.
Candid about all of our decisions.
Oh, like we deserve to know.
We deserve to know.
Yeah.
Like, we pay your bills. You deserve to tell us what happened. It's like that's not how that fucking works.
It's not like he was like secretly doing heroin or like some shit like that. It was just.
It's not like us.
I think the team just didn't like some of the stuff he was doing.
What up,
and it caused inner turmoil. And once there's like this weirdness between the team, it's so hard to scrim, and then you start losing, and then arguments and. So I guess that happens. And then right after that.
So at what point did you regret? Not that this is any of your decision.
In my opinion, the org was cheap and didn't want to pay another month of contracts. Oh, 100%, bro. Carolina is a cheap-ass org. From the stories I've heard behind the scenes from, through the years. But I don't really know what happened there. Like, I'm not sure. I mean, technically speaking, like, teams did know or, like, should know that EWC is, like, end of July. So they probably should have had people sign till, like, August 1st. So I don't want to say that Carolina isn't at fault at all. But I feel bad for Slasher. Like, I truly do. And you can have your opinion on Slasher as a player, Slasher slow, whatever. Austin's one of my boys. But I would say this about any player in the same situation. Like, Slasher, 2 of his teammates leave, and now he's fucked out of an EWC spot. Like, I just don't like that. Yo, Murder Mode with 5 gifted. Come on now, big dog. His 37th of the channel. Come on, Murder Mode.
But at what point was there regret of like, shit, we should have never dropped Kyler? Because Kyler was playing.
So what, we dropped Pred for Hook?
For Hook.
Me and Damon were surprised it even happened.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
I was kind of like surprised that it happened. Me and Damon were like the last to know, so we were like, okay, I guess this is already happening. But we were like, me and Damon were more like, oh, we just had a bad event. Like we assumed that we were just gonna like run it back or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were like, okay, we're bringing back the championship roster. And we're like, okay, if everyone's cool with that, if the focus is back here now, focus is on the game, then we're chilling, we're cool.
Right.
Like, bro, you did everything that we asked for. Like,
yeah,
this sucks because, like, obviously they're trying to bring back the championship team, but like, dude, we couldn't have asked. Like, you did everything that we wanted.
Richard with a first time chat. What's up, bro?
It was super difficult.
He played the best,
and then he just goes back to. Did he go back to challengers after that? Or did he just chill?
I think he just chilled.
Okay.
He was either chilled or went back to challengers.
It's weird how teams weren't like,
dude.
I mean, I guess he gets picked up, they get top 8. But it's like, it doesn't seem like he'd be like the hottest commodity.
I mean, he was probably getting offers, but probably not just trying to move or.
Right.
He'd get offered to like a shit team with just like okay money, but then he's stuck there for a 2-year contract, like something like that.
Right.
You just don't want to get sucked into that.
Yeah.
How do you go?
Love the shirt.
From the number 1 seed to 0-18?
Hey, bro, listen, man. They were talking about a lot on this podcast, and I'm here for it. It makes me feel like this makes me feel like I can talk more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to tread carefully, but hell yes.
Hold on, I haven't written
We're
down.
fucking talking, boys.
Were there any specifics you noticed? Inter-team turmoil? And I say that because and I had no idea, and Shotzi just said this recently. Shotzi said on stream that him and Kenny would kind of argue, and then the other two would just like not say anything. And I had no idea. I thought it was like.
I think that was like a bit overblown. I think they agreed on a lot of things, but there were still things that they didn't agree on. And to say like no one else, like, I don't know. I think that was a little bit overblown. Like, people would say their opinions, but not as much as Ken and as Ant. And like me and Damon would always give our opinions and stuff too. It was just like he was more so talking about like, like AG, which was hard for him because he was just coming back from not playing for 2 months. So all of that was all catch up.
True.
And then like Brandon is more like he's not gonna. He said this, but he's more someone who, follows the game plan. He's not gonna just like outright say like we should do this all the time. He will say that sometimes, but not like if we have already like people developing that with Ken and Ant.
Right.
I think it was a mix of like those two clashing a little bit, but also AG having to catch up for that whole time too.
Yeah.
And all of that stemmed to each other, and it was like in the moments, in the clutch or the game moments, because I'll say in scrims it wasn't like that bad. It was still like not great.
Casually
the matches
dressed.
we couldn't even win a map. Like it was just, and I think at a certain point it just got to a mental point where
I was gonna say,
like,
do you think
we're going
think
to
it
another.
got to a mental point?
100%. I mean, you don't go 0-18 without it being somewhat like
with these players.
You don't go into it and be like, we're gonna go into this and win one map this time or something. Let's win the match this time. It's been going well in practice, and then 0-3.
That clip of Hector's talking to Dashty and said, "Hey, right now you are the worst OpTic team of all time.
Yeah,
but you have the ability to be the best OpTic team."
I forgot about that.
That's a clip?
That's actually
that's
great
clip.
That is an insane clip.
He said that to Bruce, and Bruce is just sitting there like, I mean, yeah.
That's a bar, dude. Wow, I completely forgot about that. You just reminded me.
You're the worst. Right now, you are the worst OpTic team of all time. That's got to be crazy to hear.
Oh.
From Hex's mouth. Camera's on.
Process is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the process.
Little bars like that in there.
Dude.
Yeah.
How Raj transitions it.
Raj gets a whole year to work on it. That's crazy, man.
We were talking about that a little bit. Hitch would only have a few weeks with Vision.
Few weeks.
Raj
2 days.
2 days with Vision. Raj gets a month.
Raj gets a year. That's all good, man.
Or a year.
A year.
Not a month. A year.
Hey, when was the last process? Like 20.
A year ago.
Yeah, but it's all good, man.
Who was your favorite player to coach or work with or talk about?
World War II OpTic.
Probably
Listen, bro. World War II OpTic was not a bad team. We just got 3-0'd at the worst time ever. If we won one singular map, EG was eliminated, and we had their bracket, and I would put my life on the fact that we're placing top 3 at least at that champs. We were. It is what it is, man.
No,
really?
It is what it is.
I have a good question.
I'm
not delusional. I'll tell you when my teams have sucked. That OpTic team did not suck. I swear to you. Why would I lie to you so many years later? That team was not bad. We had a vibey ass squad. We had a good team. We placed first in the regular season. We just fucking bottled it, bro. We truly bottled it.
The guys I don't really have a bad, relationship with anyone that I work with.
Who's your least favorite person to?
Don't even say that.
Yeah,
It's not worth
it was just the worst possible moment for something to go wrong.
Crim.
Oh, you can say that.
You can say that one.
And I will say,
I love
dude,
all the guys.
there are certain moments in my life that eat me alive, like when I actually think back on them. 2018 champs, Vanguard round 11 versus Thieves. Those two will fucking haunt me for the rest of my life. Like, I would do anything in my power to go back in time and change it. Like, if I had a time machine, those are two of the things I would go back and fix.
For sure.
I think Shotzi said this on stream, so we can talk about it, because I've always wanted to know. Shotzi said, like, back in the day, he hated teaming with Brandon because of his, like, mentality.
Yeah.
But since then,
of course,
I think Bruce like flipped a switch one year. I can't remember what year.
Why can't we talk about the CDL not being streamed on Twitch? I mean, it's not. It's. I mean, they signed an exclusive deal with YouTube. I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about, and it's kind of. I mean, like, they probably got paid a good amount of money or something for that exclusivity, and hopefully that exclusivity frees up soon. But Dan, what are your expectations for OpTic at EWC? I mean, I would love for them to go win it, but I mean, I feel like the expectation for everybody is to go win it, but I mean, we'll see. I want to see them make a run, of course. When is EWC? July 24th it starts, guys. July 24th. I believe our watch party is going to start at like 7 a.m. Central, I think.
It was MW2. Because, like, I started with OpTic MW2, and we were just doing, like, online scrims for the first month, and then that's when, like, the whole Ray Brandon thing happened.
Right.
And, like, so that was my first, like, 2 months. I was like, fuck, is
like,
this what it usually is like? Or, like, what the fuck is, like, what is this? What did I just join? But
so I was wondering if you missed that.
Because I missed that, because I don't know any of that.
That was, like, Vanguard.
Yeah,
and you
that's completely new to me. Because, like,
right.
honestly, once Brandon came back, I think that's the switch that flipped. Because, like,
Yo,
it was just
Brando
me,
with a tier 1 for 12. Welcome back to Sin City. Appreciate you,
Kyler
Brando.
and Inder for a little bit before we pick up Dan. But something must have switched during that, because I swear since that moment, he's been more of, like, you know, like, team player. Like, I'm
maybe
not
like,
putting myself
was
first.
Was it Seth
like,
retiring, you think?
Apex
I
watch
think
party
so.
tomorrow morning. What time does it start, guys?
Randomly spawned
I might be
up
down.
and
What
just
time does it
became,
start?
like, vibey and funny.
I mean, he
like,
was always
I've,
funny. He was always funny, but he was just so like.
It's like he's like different now. Like even like he used to be more quiet on podcasts, and like he might say some funny stuff, but like now it's like his.
Oh, bro,
that's all I know. Because like,
I mean, even like the 20v1
guys, I'm gonna get some
girl
fruit,
thing on stream, he's saying crazy shit. Like he's always obvious. Like if you're funny, you've kind of always been funny. But that motherfucker like broke out of a shell or something.
Really? Like,
I legit think you're right. I think it's the Seth thing.
After Seth retired, it was like, because even knowing him from like content,
no more pressure on me.
Content perspective, like Bruce was always late, like guaranteed.
I mean, he's late every now and then too.
If
not
he was
like
gonna show,
always,
and a lot of the time wouldn't show up. Like I think 1 month he like didn't show up to a single shoot, and Hex like freaked out.
Yeah, all he needs is for Hex to freak out, and then he's like back on his shit.
But then like Seth retired, and it seems like Bruce is like relatively punctual, like kind of like the rest of us are.
It'll happen every now and then, but it's like a blue moon, and it's like, okay, Brandon's like.
I mean, it's like literally a completely.
He's honestly been really good about
Bruce has always been a great guy, and I've always really like when I streamed over here, he would stream. Like Formal would stream there, and he would stream. The three of us would always stream in the same spot, so like we hung out a lot. And he's always vibey. But it's just like the content part, he could never like get into his brain.
Yeah.
But ever since that retirement, which is at like what 2.5 years ago at this point, like 3 years ago.
Guys, tell me you're proud of me.
I mean, he has been like a completely different person.
Mango.
It's fucking crazy. And I think that's what Shotzi was saying is like, I used to hate teaming with Brandon,
tell
but
me
now
you're proud of me.
Now he's my duo. Because I think you could put Shotzi Dashi as like a one of the best duos possibly ever. Like.
First back-to-back duo, right? It has to be.
Right, yeah, first back-to-back duo. I mean, I think you put Shotzi Dashi up there
bro,
with.
I love watermelon.
With
but also
Teep, with the Terrors, with Seth, Matt. Like you can put them up there with one of the best duos in COD history. And I'm glad that they were able to like work through that shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was wondering if you were part of that, but you weren't.
No, all I know is the more vibey Brandon, I guess, and not yelling at him.
and being vibey too.
Like every now and then I'll tell him, but he's not like full on yelling like that. That's crazy to think about.